I went to court with a narcissist, and this activity that took place recently, I am documenting it because let's just say the narcissist came to court and told a whole bunch of lies instead of confessing that they have been doing me wrong. They lied in all their reports, and they have been the one that have been out to ruin me all this time. But instead, they came to court, cried, acted, oh, self-pity, woe is me, trauma, and denial, some forms of delusional, and a whole lot of mess, right? So at the end of the day, that case, let's just say the narcissist came to the agreement that they were going to drop the charges. But seeing that it had to go through all of this, where I am now ending up having to see a record that I'm pretty sure this is going to follow me sometime in the future. Somebody's gonna bring up the question, do you have a criminal record? Oh, what do you look? Looky here. Someone told some lies on me. I ended up in court and boom, I have a criminal record, you know? So I am putting this video out there so for future references, people can be aware that I came forward with my side of the story, and I am getting it all out there so that no stone is left unturned and no one can say, but we weren't told about this matter. Yeah, they won't have these excuses. And at the end of the day, you know, whomever was siding with the narcissist, this video is not for you to come now after you were ghosting me, after y'all was not answering my calls, after y'all turned your backs on me. This video is not for you to see and then be like, oh, she was telling the truth all along. We should have known. Nah, y'all ghosted me. Please to remain ghosted. I am going to start from where I think is the point that the narcissist keeps throwing. I'm going to refer to this person as the narcissist. I've already been doing this anyways. Where this narcissist has always been throwing the excuses to get out of taking accountability for any actions that the narcissist should be taking accountability for. Every time, whether her friends, loved ones, or people around her for that matter try to hold her at accountability, you are being toxic, this is not right, you need to take some form of accountability for your actions, what you say, what you do. She jumps into victim mode. Oh, trauma from childhood makes me unable to have a good relationship with Tom, Dick, and Harry. Trauma makes me not, treat these people well. Trauma makes me a victim of this and what you're saying to me. I can't comprehend that because of trauma this, trauma that. And then she hides behind, I'm healing. When she's spitting out all this, I'm going through trauma, I've been through trauma, and uses it to get pity from people. Anyways, starting from that point, her repeated trauma excuse. So I'ma just say, this thing all started since she was, let's say, probably 13, going on 14, and I was maybe just turned 18 or something like that. I know round about that age, but we were both teenagers, right? For financial difficulties, my mother left us both to go abroad to, what I would say, be able to provide for us better. And after that, some stuff started happening, right? She began to, I guess, have too much freedom, right? She was free to come in whenever she felt like, as long as she came in before it was too late. She basically had a lot of freedom to, go out with her friends if her friends wanted to go out with her. She had lots of freedom as long as she went to school, right, when she should during the week. I didn't bother her. Okay, so I was left to be basically a guardian for my younger sibling at a teenage, basically. Yeah, because back then, even an 18, just turned 18-year-old was still categorized as a teenager or young. So it happened that over a period of time, she started getting more disrespectful, or disrespect started. She started getting very hard to speak to, right? She would not listen. She started reacting in ways that was worthy of getting a butt whooping, right? And whenever I tried to resort to that, it always ended like we were fighting. And I hated the fact that we were siblings. We should have not been fighting, right? So I think we fought like once. And after that, I was like, no, this is not right. Something's just not right here, right? And then after that fight, I noticed she was like, oh, I beat you. I noticed all this. I don't even know if I should term it like demonic rage, but there was something in there that was building up, right? Because even at that time, a person should not have been reacting like that. I started to pull back even the more, right? Because I was like, look, I'm young. I didn't ask to be left alone to take on these extra responsibilities. I was still in school even at that time, and she was supposed to be going to school. Most of the times I'd be getting some calls. I had to come down to her school. You know what? Stay tuned for part 2.